Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this review is for the movie called The First Purge. The First Purge. Blumhouse Productions welcomes you to the movement that began as a simple experiment, The First Purge. To push the crime rate below 1% for the rest of the year, the new founding fathers of America test a sociological theory that vents aggression for one night in one isolated community. But when the violence of oppressors meets the rage of the marginalized, the contagion will explode from the Tri-City borders and spread across the nation. This is a 2018 film. It's rated R. It runs an hour and 38 minutes. I don't think we know really any of the stars, so you'll just have to watch it for yourself and get to know the people. Well, I'm just going to start out with this. I watched every episode of the TV series in 2018 of The Purge, and I enjoyed myself. They were decent episodes. I thought the acting was subpar, but the storyline was interesting, and there was a lot of stuff that came back, from the beginning of the show to the end, and I'm assuming that they're going to keep it going. So I enjoyed myself with the TV series, but I did not watch this movie in theaters. So I'm just going to warn everybody, because I wish I would have been warned, that if you don't watch this movie before the TV series, I think it is almost required, because this is weird for me watching The First Purge after the Purge TV series, because this sole purpose of this movie is to set up the TV series. I think it's the same actors. I think it's kind of the same storyline, being towards the beginning of the whole story and everything. It seems like it goes from movie to TV series. It just seems like it just flows together. So I'm a little upset that I watched this and I just know what happens after it. I saw the previews a million times. There's not much else other than what was in the previews, and that's kind of why I didn't want to watch it in theaters, because I wasn't going to feel anything about it. And I was, and when I see Blumhouse Productions and when I see Purge, I expect something. And so when I saw this, I'm a little upset. I really am. It doesn't sit well with me to be disappointed the way I'm disappointed in this movie, and the feeling that if you don't watch this movie first and then you watch the TV series, it just doesn't make sense. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, that being said, watch movie, watch TV series. If you've never seen either of them, that's, its sole purpose. So, the fact that I did it backwards just doesn't help the movie, and it doesn't help my feeling, that I did them backwards. Because I really didn't think this movie was going to be like this. And that's why I waited to watch it a little bit. Was I thought it'd be just like every other Purge movie. It would handle the violence the way it handled it. And, there'd be a lot more gore. And I was just kind of disappointed. We're talking about something, they're trying to be funny and saying that people are having purge parties. I was like, really? And they're talking about people going to church during Purge night. The first ever Purge night. You really think people went to church? If you got told that, there's going to be this one night per year that you're probably going to die, you would go to a church? Really? Go underground or something. I mean, just this whole movie is kind of stupid and kind of started getting boring when it just didn't make any freaking common sense. That's all I wanted out of it, and that's kind of where the TV series kind of disappoints. Also, it's just kind of like on the borderline of robotic people that just don't have any emotion. And that's what this movie kind of tends to lean towards, is doing a bunch of like dramatic things that don't make any sense whatsoever to the people watching the movie. But the previews really do ruin this. There's really no surprise in this. There's no, sitting on the edge of your seat going, oh my gosh, I wonder what's going to happen next. Because, like I said, I've watched the TV series, I'm watching this movie, I've watched all the other Purge movies, and I've watched the previews a million times. So it's like, there is no surprise in this movie. And that's really, really sad. Because I like everything that is Purge. And honestly, once they started the violence, which I'm glad there was some in this movie, to not be completely disappointed, they kind of took the freakiness out of it. Like the whole storyline of this movie, which everybody knows, so I'm not giving anything away, is that they set up contract killers to come in and cause chaos because literally like nobody else does. So nobody's buying into this whole go kill each other philosophy. And so this one politician kind of takes control of it and sends in a bunch of contract killers. And they're just not freaky. Like the whole sense of Purge is people taking the opportunity to purge. That's the whole point of it. Once you got people that are being sent to kill by directing them to kill, it just takes that element, of freakiness out of it. And it's just not entertaining, not in the way that a normal Purge movie is. So I really think they went about this the wrong way. Obviously, this was going to be the story all along, so there's no changing it, but I just think they missed the boat on this. Once they start killing the resistance, I thought that was actually the coolest part of the movie, was that these gangsters were going to go try and stop these contract killers. And I'm like, okay, we have some motivation for people to do something about this, try and fight against it. That is the whole point of this movie. It's the first one. People don't like it. Do something to stop it. Then they send these freaking, hovering things with guns, and they just like kill them off. I'm like, well, that was stupid. Like, you gotta let us cheer for the good guy. You can't just kill him off right away. I just thought everything about this movie was a little bit kind of stupid, and I was just really, really disappointed. And so I don't think it's a typical Purge movie, and even though it kept true to itself a little bit, I just wasn't as freaky as I would like it to be, and I think everybody else is going to kind of feel the same way here and be a little disappointment. I feel a little bit of disappointment about this movie. I hope it's the same across the board, because this is the sense I'm getting from it, and I just expect more from a Purge movie or TV series or anything. So I'm just going to give the first Purge a C, because I did see the TV series. It was really good, and I have seen the other Purge movies, and they've been pretty darn good. So I think this was just one that missed the boat. And so I think it deserves a C, and I'm looking forward to more Purge stuff in the future. So thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would, and enjoy your movies. Thank you.